Welcome to My The Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. Welcome to My The Asshole Podcast. Today is Tuesday, and we have a beautiful episode lined up for you, gorgeous people. Hopefully you're having a wonderful start to your week. And hopefully work isn't absolutely abysmal for you. Yeah. So let's get right on into today's episode. We have our thread for today, which is, guys, what is the creepiest thing a girl has said or done to you? All right. So let's see what creepy stuff these ladies be doing to these men's out in these streets. So we have our first one, guys. What's the creepiest thing a girl has said or done to you? A week after I broke up with her and blocking her everywhere I could, she got a burner phone app and pretended to be a woman's health care company to text me to let me know that she was pregnant. Yo! What the fuck? That's crazy. She went the most. She did the most. I wonder if she was actually pregnant. You know what I mean? Or was she just saying that to like get you back? You know, she's definitely one of those chicks where she's like, a baby saves relationships. 100%. 100%. I guarantee you that's how she is. She's just like, yeah, baby save relationships. If I have a baby by him, yeah, we're going to be happily ever after. I already know it. Like, that's crazy. All right, guys, what's the creepiest thing a girl has said or done to you? Told me that she wished she could die like my fiance did so that I could love her. We had never been a couple.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
She wants you to die like her fiance so that I would love... What? Huh? If I don't love you now and I died not loving you. What are you talking about? Where are you getting this from? That is girl math to the extreme. That is the most girl math thing I have ever seen in my entire life. I won't lie to you. That is the most girl math shit I've ever heard. She was just like, of course, like, you don't love me now, but if you died like my fiance did, then you would love me. And it's like, what? Baby, if I die now, I'm gonna die not loving you. Like, girl, what you talking about? Okay. All right. Guys, what's the creepiest thing a girl has said or done to you? First date, asked if I had life insurance. Yo.
Bruh.
Yo, she was planning to take you out, bro. She was just like, so do you have life insurance? And how long have you been paying into said life insurance? And how much is the full payout for your life insurance? Just curious, asking for a friend. Like, nah, bro. Nah, you ain't asking for a friend, man. You trying to take your boy out. And I don't mean to dinner. Oh my God, no. No. That's, woo. All right, guys, what's the creepiest thing a girl has said or done to you? A girl I dated drunkenly admitted at a party years later that she used to stalk me. She would follow me around everywhere I went and would climb the backyard fence and watch me watch TV at night. What? That's some crazy shit. So she would literally be like, yeah, we watched Gossip Girl together last night. And it was like, oh my God, really? So you told him how you felt? No, I was outside in the backyard. Imagine you're just like watching TV and then you get up to get like a snack or something and you see this girl standing in your backyard. It just in the dark, looking crazy. And then she's just like, Like, she just waves at, no, bruh. No. That, I would call the cops. I'd be like, girl, I'm going to shoot you. Like, what are you doing? Oh my God. That's some crazy shit, man. I bet you she has the greatest coochie ever. It's always the craziest ones, man. It's always the crazy ones that got the bombest coochie. It's the worst. It is the worst thing ever. Oh, I hate it, but I love it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've dated a crazy girl before. You know what I mean? So, you know, she was a single mom, and she was like, she had a weird living situation. She was still living with her ex dude, but they like weren't together, and they were co-parenting and doing all that bullshit. And I told her, I was like, look, you know, I don't feel comfortable like fully being in a relationship with you until obviously you guys fully split. I don't mind you guys co-parenting and doing all that kind of stuff. That's fine. It is what it is. But I just don't want you in the same house as him, living with him, stuff like that. The potential of you guys, you know, still sleeping together and doing all that is really high. And I ain't trying to I'm not trying to be looking like Boo Boo the Foo and all that. All right. And I remember the first time we like slept together, you know, coochie was bomb. It was great. And literally we're laying in bed. And, you know, I'm laying on my back and she's laying on my chest and whatnot. And she was just like, oh, I wish my baby daddy would just die so that way we can be together. And I was like, what? What? You wish what? And I, you know, obviously I kept it cool and I was just like, yeah, you know, that would be crazy. And she's just like, oh, what if I just hired a hitman? And I'm like, what? Huh? Hire a who? And so, yeah, I had to stop talking to her, man. Oh, and the sucky thing about it is like we worked together, you know? So I was like, I still had to kind of see her. And so I was just like, hey, what's up? She was like, oh, can I come over? And I'm just like, yeah, you know, that's cool. Yeah, you know, yeah, it was bad. I had to dump her. I had to dump her. I had to tell her, like, I don't want to be in a relationship with you anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I had to just be a man, suck it up, put my, you know, big boy pants on and just break up with her because I didn't know if she was serious. I didn't want it to be one day she comes over and she's just like, I did it. You know, she's just looking at me like I did it. I killed him. You know, I stabbed him a bunch of times. Like, we could be together now. You know, I was just, no. I couldn't do it. I could not see that day. And then I'm over here an accomplice or some shit. Nah, man. Yeah, no. No, not at all. Guys, what's the creepiest thing a girl has said or done to you? Filmed me without my consent the first time we fooled around. Usually it's dudes doing that. That's kind of weird. So did she just set up a camera and was just like, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I'd be like, can you send me that? I probably would. I get it for him. He's probably just like, that's weird. I probably wouldn't find that weird. I ain't gonna lie to you. I probably wouldn't find it weird. I would just be like, can you send me that to me? You know? Yeah, like, I'd be about it. Yeah, I'd have been like, girl, why? You could have told me. Shit. You know what I mean? We could role play it up and do our thing. You know what I mean? Hey, I ain't tripping. You ain't my girlfriend, you know? I'm just being honest with you. All right. Guys, what's the creepiest thing a girl has said or done to you? After having sex, she told me I looked and reminded her of her dad. Yo.
What?
That's crazy. I'd be like, why do I remind you of your dad? Why is that even a thought that you got in your head? You know what I mean? Like, why is that even a thought? Where's that come from? You know? That would scare the shit out of me. I ain't gonna lie. That would scare the shit. I'd be like, bro, what kind of daddy issues are you battling, girl? Damn. All right, guys, what's the creepiest thing a girl has said or done to you? I had a borderline stalker in middle school. At one point, she got a pet crab, named it after me. I tried to finally make it clear that her clear to her that I did not like her at all and got pretty mean. Later that day, she went home and killed the crab. Poor guy was innocent, yo. Oh, that's fucked up. You started her villain arc, bro. Damn. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've had a girl name a gerbil after me. That was a little weird. I never dated the girl. I didn't even know that she liked me until she was kind of over it, I guess. Because I met her in my sophomore year. And then her parents were like letting her get a pet. And so then she bought a gerbil. And it was the cutest little thing, and she named it after me. And I was like, why did you name it after me? And she was like, because it just looks, it reminds me of you. And I thought that was sweet, and I thought it was cute. It is what it was. And then in our senior year, that gerbil passed away because their life expectancy is only really like 2-3 years. So it passed away, and I was like, dang, that really sucks. And she was just like, yeah, I was kind of over him, like once I stopped liking you, then I was kind of over him. And I was like, oh, okay. I knew nothing about these feelings. And she's just like, really? You didn't know? Like, I named a goddamn gerbil after you, dude. Like, how the fuck did you not know? And I'm like, I just thought you liked my name. And you were just like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, back when I was in school, a lot of people didn't really meet Aarons that often. You know what I mean? And then they're like, oh, my God, you spell it Aaron. That's kind of weird. It's kind of crazy. And so, a lot of people I knew found my name a little unique. And so, I thought that's how she thought. I thought she just thought it was unique. You know what I mean? I didn't think that she had a thing for me. So yeah. But she didn't kill it though. You know what I mean? She didn't go home and fucking kill the gerbil. She let it die of natural causes. That's wild that she killed that crab. Damn. Guys, what's the creepiest thing a girl has said or done to you? I'm going to have my IUD removed without telling you. Oh my God. Oh no. Oh no. She trying to baby trap you like a motherfucker, man. Again, she's one of those girls that's like, oh my God, a baby is going to save this relationship. I already know it. All I got to do is just get him. I just got to get him one time. You know what I mean? One sperm. Finding that fertile egg. It's gonna be there. She's just rocking back and forth like, oh. Like, bruh. Hey. Woo. Hopefully you ran as far away as possible. Like I said, them crazy girls got that bomb coochie, bro. You know what I mean? So I would understand if you stayed for a little bit. I would understand, but still. All right, guys, what's the creepiest thing a girl has said or done to you? Had been talking to this woman for about 3 weeks, and one day I was super busy at work, so I wasn't able to talk to her very much that day. She proceeded to blow up my phone with calls and texts asking why I was ignoring her and how I could do this to her, etc. She even went as far as to give my phone number to one of her coworkers, whom I've never talked to without my consent, and had her coworker blow up my phone. After I had some downtime, I saw what happened. I confronted her, and her excuse was, oh, sorry, I forgot you had work today.
Bruh.
That's crazy. And then when I kept pressing her, she changed her excuse to, I thought you blocked and ghosted me. Bro. Some girls, where they just need attention 24/7, those girls are the most difficult ones to like date and be with. You know what I mean? They are the hardest girls to be with. And it sucks because a lot of them are really, really pretty. You know what I mean? Like, they're extremely pretty girls, but they just constantly need attention 24/7. And you're just like, bruh, can you just be pretty and normal? Yeah. And I think we have social media to blame for it. You know what I mean? Because you got to think about it. Like, really pretty girls, they get constant attention online. Constant attention. And they don't ask for it. I'm not saying that they're asking for it. I'm not saying that they, are putting themselves in these positions on purpose. I'm just saying that they post pictures or they post themselves online, or they post what they did, and it's completely normal. But because they're attractive, they get a buttload of attention. And so then when they get into a relationship with a guy, they feel like the guy that they're in the relationship with should be like how it is on Instagram and how it is on, social media, where the guy should be showering them with attention 24/7. And that's just not what it is. It's like, don't get me wrong. I'll give you attention, but I got to go to work. I got to take a dookie without you inside the bathroom with me. You know what I mean? Like, bro, like, no, you can't hold my penis while I pee. Like, bro, and how do I know these things? Yes, I have dated in the past a girl that was just 24/7 attention. And it was just like, I cannot do this anymore. And it was a thing where I broke up with her, but she didn't know I broke up with her. And that was like the weirdest thing for me, because I was like, how did you not know? Yeah, I was like, how did you not know? I explicitly said, I wish to not be in this relationship with you anymore. I don't know how much more further or like forward I needed to be, if I'm being honest with you, but I digress. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Yeah. Guys, what is the creepiest thing a girl has said or done to you? An ex I never really wanted to be with told me that she went to a witch doctor or something and casted a spell on me to date her. Weirdly enough, I believe it. I believe it, bro. Because there are some chicks out there who they just kind of like, they believe in the universe and the stars and all this kind of stuff so much, this cosmic shit, to the point where they will do anything to kind of get any type of sign to point their way. You know what I mean? Instead of just talking to the guy. like, baby girl, just talk to the dude. You know what I mean? Talk to the dude. Maybe ask him out on a date. It's not like he's going to say no. 9 times out of 10, the dude will say yeah. If I'm being honest with you, 9 times out of 10, the dude's going to say yeah. He's going to want to date you as much as you're going to want to date him. Like, come on now, girl. What are we doing here? And then it's, of course, it's one of those things where it's like a lot of girls, for some reason, feel like they can't start a conversation with a guy that they like. And it's just like, yeah, you can. You don't have to be putting voodoo X's and doing all this weird shit just to get a dude. Like, I don't know. I've been seeing that a lot lately. I don't know if girls are doing that just for, TikTok or for Instagram or whatever, but I have been seeing girls do stuff like that. And it's a little weird. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? That's wild. All right. Guys, what is the creepiest thing a girl has said or done to you? Showed up at my work months after we had broken up and sent me a Snapchat of my car in the parking lot. What did she do to your car after? Because my thing, look, I have never, and I mean ever, gotten a girl so mad or so upset with me to the point where she finds my car and feels like she has to do physical damage to my car. Like these motherfuckers that get girls to pop their tires and scratch their paint and all that kind of, what do you guys be doing to get a girl that mad? Like, look, I understand, if you cheated or whatever, you started dating some girl, she didn't like her. I get it when it's those. But sometimes dudes are just like, hey, man, I just don't want to be in this relationship anymore. And she's just like, okay, all right, no problem. You know what I mean? And then she goes fucking shit up. Like, kind of crazy if you ask me. If I mean, what do y'all niggas be doing? Because I've never, and I mean ever, had a girl so obsessed with me to the point where, I break up with her or the relationship ends and she feels like she has to do physical damage to my car. That should be wild to me, man. Y'all motherfuckers, the dick game must be on point. It's so on point to where she's like, I can't live without it. I don't know, man. All right. I'm going to do 2 more of this thread and we'll end it. Guys, what's the creepiest thing a girl has said or done to you? Went through my phone and contacted some of my past girlfriends, then was interrogating me about them catching me in differences from what I was saying and what she was told. Not trying to hide anything. It was more of the fact that her actually syncing in my phone and then actually contacting these people she's never met and asking questions about me and them. First off, I find that to be embarrassing as fuck. Second, who the fuck does that, especially the people they don't know and someone they're in a relationship with and still trying to impress? I think it's a thing where homegirl, she got some trauma. She got some trauma for your mama, man. If I'm being honest with you, I guarantee that's what it is. She got so much fucking trauma for your mama. She's just like, I need to talk to all his exes and be like, y'all not still friends, right? Y'all not still fucking right? Y'all not still doing shit right? Because I guarantee you the last guy that she dated, he was friends with his ex. And then was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go hang out with some friends and this and that. And really hanging out with some friends was him hanging out with his ex. And him hanging out with his ex was actually him going out on a date with his ex. Like, let's be honest here. So, yeah. Honestly, I think that's kind of what happened and what really went down. And so then now she looks at it like, yeah, no, I gotta have interviews with the exes and make sure shit ain't happening the way I'm thinking it's happening. She got some drama for your mama, man. She got some trauma for your mama. Yeah. Good luck with that one. Hopefully you're not still with that one. But again, I'm sure the reason he got with that girl is because she got bomb coochie, son. The crazy ones do, man. The crazy ones do. Okay, this will be our last one for this thread. Guys, what's the creepiest thing a girl has said or done with you? While in group session for survivors of SA and Grape, one of the women flirted with me after it was my turn to speak. She continued to do it after I was both visually and verbally uncomfortable. That's kind of crazy. She's just like, so, I know you're a survivor of sexual assault and Grape, but you wanna go do some shit? I think she's in the wrong class. If I'm being honest with you, she needs to be in Sex Addict Anonymous. That's where she need to be. You're in the wrong class, ma'am. If I'm being straight with you, bro, she was just like, yeah, I'm gonna find me a broken dude. These broken dudes are easy to get to, you know what I mean? Yeah, she needs to be in Sex Addict Anonymous. That's where she needs to be, because that girl's crazy. Like, how the hell you going to be in SA Survivors and Grape? You know what I mean? And you out here like, I like that. That trauma story got me wet, boy. Ay. Women are something else. Oh, geez. You guys let me know what you think about this one in the comments, as well as letting me know if you guys have a situation, or ladies, if you were in a situation where you did some crazy shit, definitely let me know down in the comments. All right. I'd love to know. I'd love to see what's up. You know what I mean? Hey, it is what it is. We won't judge. All right. We will listen and not judge. I'll judge you a little bit. just a tiny bit. But let's hop through announcements and then get on to today's scenarios for today's episode. So patreon.com/Am I the Asshole podcast. Get an exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenario to be featured on the Tuesday and Sunday show like these lovely people did today. So definitely get on in there, man. Help out the mission, support us. Even if you just want to make a donation there just to support the show, I appreciate that too. But I always try to, make it to where if you're going to pay for something, you're going to get more for what you paid for, and that's what I try to make Patreon for. I try to, I'm never going to increase the price of Patreon. It's always going to stay $3, and you're only going to continue to get more and more and more and more and more content. So, you know what I mean? I love you guys. I appreciate all the support. Audio listeners, thank you guys so much for all the support. You guys are the real ones. You guys are the GOATs. I appreciate all the support. You guys come out every week, download, you guys are the best. I appreciate that so much. So thank you guys for all the support, coming out every week, downloading the episodes, as well as rating us 5 stars on your preferred platform. That all helps out, and it's absolutely free. And if you want to help out even more on the free 99 side of things, go ahead and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as subscribing on YouTube. All that is free, and all of it helps out so very much. All the links are down in the description. So definitely do that for you, boy. Live streams. If you love live streams and you want to be able to talk to me and goof around with me and stuff like that, Friday, Sunday, and Monday, I try to be as consistent as possibly can. Sometimes I just, sometimes I'm working on a lot of things. Sometimes I need to catch up on sleep because I've been working and doing the pod and other stuff, working on other projects. So, a lot of times I'm not able to stream, and sometimes I am, but I try to be as consistent as I possibly can. So Fridays, Sundays, and Mondays are usually my stream days, and we just stream a random game and we have a good time, man. So definitely come out, hang out. We stream on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and Kick. So I try to be everywhere for you guys, wherever you want to get your podcasts, your live streams, wherever you want to watch. You're totally welcome to. So, without further ado, let's get into today's scenario. I'm going to get some energy drink, wake my ass up a little bit, and we'll get into today's scenario. So, let me grab up. All right. Probably going to burp in a little bit. Okay. I, male 35, think my wife, 34 female, is cheating, but I can't fully prove it. Look, I appreciate when you guys send me these scenarios because, you think that I am guru man and I might know something, but when it's one of those, like, you can't prove it, to me, it's hard to, lean more in one direction because I don't want to tell you some shit and then you go off of it and then it's completely wrong, So these ones are the hardest situations for me to give advice on, but we'll see. Okay. There's that burp I was telling you about. Okay, so we've been together for 10 years or so, and we've always had a nice marriage. Sex was okay, no big fights, money is okay, nothing out of the ordinary. A few months ago, my wife got a job at a corporate company, and this was a big change for us. She had to go to the office all the time, etc. Now, a little intro. She's petite with a big cup size. Oh, man. She got a tiny waist, some big boobies. So she's always been self-conscious about her breast size. So, she never wears cleavage. Okay, yeah, she never wears cleavage or anything like that. I guess he means she never wears shirts that show her cleavage. Or anything like that. She won't even wear the nice lingerie that I buy her for our anniversaries. Well, a month ago or so, I started noticing her wearing this nice lingerie at work. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not good. Just the corporate shirt skirt outfit. But something felt weird. Then one day, I accidentally picked up her phone thinking it was mine. She just got home from work, and on the lock screen, there were messages of her colleague. It said nothing along the lines, or it said something along the lines, how much he enjoyed seeing her sexy lingerie that I bought her, mind you, and how hard it made him. Then he went to describe it to the dot. So I know he wasn't guessing. Now, knowing my wife isn't showing her cleavage to everyone, I know there's something more going on, but I can't prove it. What should I do? Nigga, what are you talking about? Was the message that you saw not proof enough? Because, okay, if this was an ambiguous message of just like, ooh, girl, you looked good today. Like, that's extremely ambiguous. It could have been a thing where, you know, she was looking nice today. Maybe she did a little something, and he was just like, dang, you look nice today. I tell my female coworkers sometimes that they look nice. You know what I mean? They'll come in, they'll, you know, say they're wearing makeup or they're doing a little extra or whatever it may be. Wow, you look really nice today. You know what I mean? And it's just a nice compliment. So if it was that, but the fact that for one, okay, he described the lingerie that you bought her down to the T tells me that man's wasn't just looking, he was all up in that. Because, I mean, come on now. For him to be able to describe it to a T, she had to have, you know, done a little bit of unbuttoning and like, oops, you know. And then, two, within the same message, he said that seeing her in that lingerie got his mushroom tip solid. Like, what more proof do you need, my guy? Now, they might be still in the beginning flirty stages and all that kind of stuff. And I think that's what she's liking about it. It feels brand new. It feels like, ooh, you know, I'm in that like flirty stage again. You know how it is, like when you first meet somebody, it's super exciting and you're like, oh my God, oh, this just feels so right. And you're thinking about them when you're at home, you know, and you want to text them, you want to talk to them. I think that's kind of where they're at right now. And I think that's why it's so exciting for her. And that's why she's doing what she's doing, because it's been 10 years with you, my guy. And I think it's at a point where she looks at it like, I'm just bored of you, nigga. Like, and I think that's what it's come down to, is that the fact that she feels like I'm bored and this guy is a little breath of fresh air and, you know, he's exciting. It kind of goes to show you like where her mindset is. And so that's why I kind of look at it like, if you're reading these messages to the point where it's not just a compliment of, hey, you look nice today. It's more of, damn, your lingerie looked good. It had that little lace on it with a little polka dot by the nipple. You know what I mean? And you're like, that sounds extremely familiar. You know, and then he's talking about how it got his mushroom tip hard. Like, yeah, you kind of already got your answer there, buddy. So, I mean, the only thing that's left to do is either you can wait to see what happens further, or you can go ahead and just confront her about it now and be like, why is your coworker's mushroom tip getting hard over the lingerie that I bought you? You showing that nigga some shit? You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? So, you know, obviously, you know, don't be crazy about it. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think it's a thing where, yeah, she's cheating on you. And you either wait to see if more things happen and then confront her later on, or you confront her now and then deal with that right now. So, you guys let me know what you think about it in the comments. You know what I mean? What you think about the scenario. Do you think she's cheating? Do you think she's not? Is she just kind of in the flirty stage? Is she emotionally cheating? So, I don't know. You guys let me know. All right. All right, on to our next one. Wife got a snap on the way to a romantic vacation by a friend. I need advice and see, am I wrong? Is her story possible? I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Snapchat is just, it's the biggest red flag ever. Snapchat is the worst. I apologize for the length, guys. So, me, male, and my wife, female, are both 43. Okay. And we have been through 2 horrible relationships before we got together. And we have basically loved and healed each other into a healthy relationship and learned how to trust each other and everything. We have been together for 5 years, married for soon to be 2 years, because I wouldn't marry again for the 3rd time unless I was absolutely certain. Yeah, nigga, that's crazy. Because I ain't gonna lie to you. For me, I look at it like I ain't ever getting married. I proposed to a girl one time. That shit didn't work out. I'm probably never going to do it again. I ain't going to lie to you, bro. You know, motherfuckers be sitting there doing a 3rd and 4th marriage. I'm like, y'all, it's crazy. We are on vacation in South Carolina on a romantic venture away from our children and everything. Just us for once. We work a lot and it's very routine at home. Neither of us like it much, but that's life. We were having fun, laughing the whole 9 yards. Right from when we left the house, we had always had a great goofy time together. We were 1 state away from home and everything was going absolutely great. She is driving and all of a sudden I see skin on her phone, like almost the whole screen. And I see another dude laying on a couch in his boxers. Wow. I ask, who the F is that? She says, what should I name him here? Taryn. Always been a rhymer. I was always asking. She tries to flip out. Flip of it. What? She tries to flip out of it. And did, but dropped her phone in the process, and it went silent on her end. I threw my phone to the floor. Yeah, I threw my phone to the floorboard and said, "Well, isn't this just lovely?" I started shaking, and she said, "I will call and yell at him when we stop. I'm gonna do that while I drive," even though that is what she was doing when she got the snap and grabbed her phone to open it up. I put both my AirPods in and started to listen to my playlist from the metal concert in Mansfield. At the prison, right? Mansfield, Ohio, at the prison. They're called Ink Carnations because I needed some heavy shit to not lose my shit in the car with her. I am complete ignore mode right now. Takes like 3 songs, and then all of a sudden I hear the car phone ring out of the screen. Says Taryn. I don't give a flying F what either wants to say right now. Nah, I would have fucking said, answer. Yo, nigga, why are you sending my girl fucking pictures of you in your underwear, nigga? What are you doing? Huh? Well, I would have, like, what are we talking about here? I would have not been passive in that moment at all. I'd be confronting that nigga immediately. I'm like, what's going on here, bro? You know? Like, what are we doing? She taps me and said he wants to apologize. I said I ain't listening to either one of you who sends a married woman a pic like that without being in some kind of relationship or being prompted in some way that it is acceptable by the other party to do so. I hear him tell her he is sorry, but to me this is all an act if they are going to do things behind my back to make it look good so they can continue later. I am heartbroken over this. I tell them, well, at least they don't have to hide it anymore and they can finally get together because I'm out of their way. Well, pull into the next rest area and next area. Guess which state asshole lives in? Oh, because you got to remember earlier in the story, he said that they're a state away. That means no. Oh, it's cooked. It is so unbelievably cooked. So I get out and pee, and she's shaken and pissed off. The woman who I trusted with everything and gave my whole heart to just crushed it with her infidelity. Am I wrong here? She claims it was unprovoked and they never had a relationship since they were 19, where she did sleep with him, but it was a one-time thing, and she was the son. Yeah. And he was the son of a husband and wife that is a family friend. Bro, nah, man. Oh, nope. It's cooked. It is absolutely cooked. The relationship is cooked and it's over. Just because, look, you got to understand. There had to be previous conversations that happened in order for this picture to have been sent. You know what I mean? There had to have been previous conversations of just like, oh, you know, you look sexy. She might have sent pictures of herself to this guy. You know what I mean? Which again made him feel comfortable enough to send her a picture like that. Because I'm not sitting here believing, oh yeah, no, we were just goofing around. No. And I would have done the same thing. Hey, bro, come get your girl, because she ain't mine no more. She's yours. She's your problem now, because I'm not about to sit here and play boo-boo the fool with you. You know what I mean? And look stupid. Like, this is crazy. You know my past. You know what I mean? You know that I was in some shitty relationships that hurt me crazy. You know what I mean? And you healed me through that. And now you healed me to then break me again. Like, the fuck are you doing? You know, and that's why I say the relationship is over, because that's all she's going to continue to do. Like, this is a precursor to her just doing this again. You know, making you look like the stupid one, making you look like the bad guy. Like, dude, oh, that sucks, man. That absolutely sucks. And then it's not a coincidence that you guys are taking a fucking vacation in the state that this dude lives in. That to me right there was just like, oh, that's just, yeah, man. That's tough. That is super tough. The fact that the state that you guys are going to visit is the state that he lives in, man. Oh, so unbelievably cooked, bro. So unbelievably cooked. Oh my God. Yeah, I think the relationship is over, and you need to just be like, look, you know, I don't even want to know what's going on with this. I see what's going on. For this to have happened, you guys have had to, because it's on Snapchat. So obviously in 24 hours, the conversation gets deleted. So I don't know what you guys were saying prior. I don't know what you guys were talking about prior behind my back. You know what I mean? So again, what the conversations that they had to have been having in order for him to be comfortable enough to send that picture, obviously she was sending pictures too. There's no way. There's no way she wasn't. So, yeah, man. You guys let me know what you think about that one in the comments, because, whoo, I think our buddy is cooked. All right. I really do, man. Okay. On to our next one. Am I the asshole for not wanting my boyfriend to participate in No Nut November? Bro, if you're a dude and you got a girl, the fuck are you participating in No Nut November, bro? What are you doing? Like, No Nut November is for single dudes. You know what I mean? Like, No Nut November is not for dudes who are in relationships. The hell are you guys doing, man? If you're in a relationship and you're doing No Nut November, you're retarded. The hell are you doing, man? Go bust you some fucking nuts, man. No Nut November is for the single dudes. The hell are we talking about here? Crazy. All right. Okay. My boyfriend, 25 female, we'll call him Peter, and I, 25 female, have been dating for almost 2 years. Our anniversary is at the end of November. We generally have a great and stable relationship, and I am completely in love with him. He is a little quirky in that he likes cartoons and has a teenage boy sense of humor / style, but I love him for that. And he is so funny and fun to be around. This man must be like 6'4". Because there's no way a short nigga can be quirky and like cartoons. And this nigga is 6'4". I'm calling it now. This dude is 6'4". Get the fuck out of my face with this shit. I'm joking, of course. However, on the way home from a Halloween party, I brought up the fact that it was the early morning hours of November 1st. And I made a joke that it was time to start No Nut November. I now have big regrets for making that joke because Peter immediately yelled, "Oh my God, I'm doing that. I'm going to do that this year, starting now." And long story short, he has stuck to his word and he is refusing to have sex with me for the whole month. At first, I was shocked and told him no, and he got upset. So I relented and said that I would support him because I recognize that it's his body, his choice, and consent runs both ways. I do think No Nut November is stupid and childish. Well, I mean, come on. You said that he has a teenage boy sense of humor and style. So why are you surprised that he's doing something childish? Come on, girl. This is the bullshit that I'm talking about. Like, women will sit there and be like, "Oh yeah, he's quirky and, you know, he's a little silly and likes cartoons." Nigga 6'4". Like, you know what I mean? Like, the height got her like Ray Charles in this relationship. You know, she saw 6 and was just like, "Oh lordy, yes. Oh my God, I don't see nothing. Red flags, they don't exist. I'm colorblind." That red flag kind of look a little burgundy to me, so we good. Like, come on, man. This nigga's 6'4", bro. There's no way. There's no way. All right. But he can do whatever he wants, right? Note, I asked him if he was doing this because of a possible dependency on porn/masturbation, and he said no. So am I the asshole for wanting my boyfriend not to participate in No Nut November? Look, girl, walk around in t-shirt, in the smallest panties you got. Go to the store and buy some, you know, buy little undies and do your thing. Walk around, sit on his lap. This nigga's gonna fold. All right, he's gonna fold. All you gotta do is seduce him, okay? You know what I mean? Do some wardrobe malfunctions, you know what I mean? Wear a super short skirt and don't wear underwear under, you know what I mean? And drop some shit on purpose, bend over in front of him. You know, like, come on, girl. Get creative. Get creative. And this is for all the ladies out there listening. If your dude is doing the stupid shit of No Nut November, girl, go buy the smallest clothes you can possibly find. You know what I mean? And start wearing that shit. Start seducing this nigga. Come on, man. He can only resist for a couple days. And then if you guys live together, even better. You know what I mean? When you're in the bed, start playing with your shit and be moaning and doing all that. Oh, he's going to fold in seconds. I know I would. If I was stupid and was doing No Nut November and then my girl started walking around in tiny clothes and bending over and doing all that, oh, you best believe No Nut November's done. And I'm only 3 days in. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Seduce him. Seduce him. You know? Drop some shit on his lap. And, you know, get on your knees. You know, make it look like you're going to suck his dick or some shit like that. And be like, oops, I dropped this. You know, like, come on, girl. Come on, use that feminine charm. Girls sometimes women don't realize the superpowers that they have sometimes over their boyfriend. Like the power of the pee is a wondrous thing. You know, you can get a lot of dudes to do a lot of things with the power of the pee. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm not impervious to the pee. Like I said, I would get 3 days in November, and you walking around with little skimpy outfits and shit. You know, your nipples are talking about pew. You know what I mean? Oh, you best believe. I'm gonna be up in them cheeks in the next millisecond. Cause I ain't even gonna think twice. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, if he's sitting and watching TV, if he's sitting and playing his game, you know, hop out the shower, take off your towel, sit on his lap. Hey, babe, what are we watching? You got this in the bag, girl. Come on, man. And, yeah, get the fuck out of here with that shit. You guys let me know what you think about it in the comments, though. All right, it's going to be our last one for this episode. Yes, okay. Am I the asshole for not giving up my hobbies? Okay. My dad recently married Kim, who has 2 kids. I like to have a busy schedule, so I attend soccer classes 3 times a week, Korean classes twice a week, piano classes once a week, and painting classes also once a week. Now, Kim thinks this is too much. She says there is no time and money left for her kids. She thinks I should stop playing soccer and piano because soccer is the most time consuming and piano is the most expensive. I told her that she is not paying for my classes or giving me rides, so it's none of her business. Facts. Perhaps she could ask her own dad to give them money and time. But oh wait, he is a deadbeat, so maybe she shouldn't have slept with him. Ooh, damn. She thinks I'm a selfish asshole for not giving up my hobbies for her kids. My dad is on my side, so I'm not worried, but she keeps whining, which is annoying. Look, you need to understand, and you probably understand this, you seem like the type of dude who fucking puts his foot down and has boundaries with his woman, and I'm about that. You a real nigga for that one, all right? I'm gonna give you your flowers. And it's one of those things where you are not the asshole because maybe you don't know this, but you might know this. The reason she is attracted to you is because of all of that. Okay? Like men a lot of times like to forget this shit. All right. Men, when they're single, they will go out and do stuff and be interesting. You know, they're like, yeah, I'm in a car club and, you know, I'm in a, you know, computer club, or I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Like me, for instance, you know, I'm a single guy. So it's a thing where it's like, you know, I'm doing a podcast. I like to stream. I, you know, write and produce my own music, and I do all this cool stuff. And it's one of those things where it's like, if I went out on a date with a girl and she asked me, oh, what do I like to do for fun? And I tell her that I like to do all these things. And then we get into a relationship and I stop doing those things. Well, guess what? She's going to lose attraction for me because the reason she was attracted to me in the first place is because of my hobbies. Like, bruh. The fuck?
Bruh.
Like, this woman is attracted to you because you do these things, because it makes you an interesting individual. It makes you somebody that she looks like, wow, you know, he's very interesting and he's doing all these things. Now, of course, she's sitting here changing it up because she looks at it like, oh, I locked him down already and I got him. It is what it is. I don't want him doing this shit anymore. Pay all your attention to me and pay for my kids. And it's like, no. I got you because of these things. I got you because I am the man that I am. You wouldn't be dating me if I wasn't the man that I am. You would be looking at me like, oh, this nigga is boring and he can't do nothing for me. But because I am the man that I am, because of the things that I do, you're interested in me. It is what it is. Like, come on, man. And that's why I don't think you're the asshole, because you got her because of those hobbies. She found, when you guys went on your first date and you were like, yeah, I like to go to Korean classes 2 times a week. I'm in a soccer club and, you know, we play games and we do this, you know, we tournaments or whatever it may be. I go to an art thing. She's like, wow, he's super interesting. Wow, he's got a lot of hobbies and gets out and does things. He's just not one of these, you know, loser ass dudes that just don't do anything with their life. And, you know, like, that's what she found attractive. And so the fact that she's telling you not to do those things is weird, because I think you kind of innately know this, that because I do these things is the reason why you're attracted to me. And then if I stop doing these things, slowly but surely you're going to lose your attraction to me. Like, come on, man. So, yeah, like I said, that's how I feel about the situation. I don't think you're the asshole. You let me know what you think about it in the comments, as well as all the scenarios and the thread we've gone over today. Thank you guys so much for listening. Hopefully you made it to work safe. It's funny because I did do a poll and I was just like, hey, man, where do y'all be listening to me? And a lot of you guys listen to me on your way to work, or on your way home, and so the fact that you guys do that, hey, love you guys. Appreciate you so much. I'll see you guys on Thursday for King of Wrath. We'll continue that. And yeah, man, love you guys all and peace.